G'day. Welcome back to the Misfits podcast. My name's Fitz, and here is a review that someone kindly left for us on Apple Podcasts. They say, my mom listens to this and she loves it, but she hates Swagger. Swagger, your response, please.
You know what? I love you too.
Oh, Swagger Souls. She says that she actually hates you. She does not love you.
Why?
She doesn't love you.
She doesn't love me.
She doesn't.
Why?
She doesn't love you.
Why?
He provided no explanation, so we're just going to have to go off what we have. But clearly you've wronged her in some way, shape, or form. Maybe
it's the fact that I fucking curse so much. That could probably be it.
That could be it. That could be it. I mean, it could be the fact that you talk about smoking drugs all the time and
jacking off
a lot. We do talk about jacking off a lot, don't we? Yeah, we need some new hobbies. This is the Misfits podcast. I'm joined by Mason, aka Zuckles.
What's going on?
Matt's here.
Good day.
And Swagger's here too, of course.
Hello.
And yeah, I don't know. Sucks to be you, bro, I guess. Like, she loves everyone but you.
Hey, man, you know what? It's fine. Fine.
Is it?
No, it's completely, it doesn't bother me.
Okay?
Yeah, no, it doesn't bother me at all. What's another mom hating me? Huh?
My mom hates you.
Really?
Same here.
My mom thinks that you poisoned my mind.
Are you sure? I think it might be the other way around.
What? What are you even talking about, dude? I did not poison your mind.
Surely you did.
I haven't even started yet, Swagger Souls. What's new in the world, guys? Here's Mason with news.
Well, for the forecast today, we got a bit of rain, fucking bit of sun too. You know, it's a bit of a mix.
There's no rain.
Meteorologist. Mate, there's a storm coming tonight, so get your shit together, be ready. It's going to be a big one. And get your Gamer Subs code Misfits for 10% off. Got to get it. It's good shit.
That's right.
That's the news.
Wow, that was a great news broadcast. God, from our trusted anchor, Mason. You guys hear about those fires over in America?
Yes, I did. Who has
the old gender reveal party fiasco again?
What
Crazy.
The fuck, bro? Why?
What are they thinking?
Dude, you have a fucking kid and you go out into the desert in the middle of a fucking heat wave and then you go, let's fucking light off a white phosphorus smoke grenade. Let's see what gender our baby is. Fucking burn down half the state.
I don't even understand the concept of a gender reveal party in general. Like, why is that really necessary? Like, is it really that big of a deal?
What happened to baby showers,
text your friends?
Dude?
Yeah, I'm sure they have those too. Like, anyone who's going through the length of having a gender reveal party is going to have a baby shower as well. And probably another few parties in between. I bet they're just farming gifts. That's what I think.
They want attention on social media.
They want attention.
That's that shit on there.
And they want those
I just
gifts.
don't know why they couldn't have filled up a fucking balloon. Like, why can't you fill up a balloon with fucking like talcum powder and dye and then fucking shoot it with a gun or something? Mm-hmm. Why do you have to light off a fucking smoke grenade in the middle of the driest fucking season California's had in ages?
Doesn't smoke grenades only do smoke, not explosions?
It gets really hot. It's really hot.
Like the grass on fire.
Ignited everything.
Oh, shit.
And why wouldn't they have brought like a fucking fire extinguisher or anything? Like, I just don't, like, the lack of safety is fucking so bad. I hope those guys get fucked. Like, just find out their ass. I hope they're held like fully accountable.
Well, it happened before in 2018, I think, right? And that guy, so I've heard, has to pay like $10,000 every year. And he had to pay like a sum up front as well. As his, repercussion for starting a fucking massive forest fire for a gender reveal party. It's crazy that this has happened twice. You'd think that like the first time would be enough to make people think like, oh, maybe this isn't such a fucking good idea in dry season. But yeah, I'm seeing photos all over Reddit of the sky just being fucking orange in San Francisco.
Yeah, dude, it's like red. Over. It's red.
Did you see the one where they had like a van driving by with an LED sign on it? And it was saying like, wash your hands and shit for coronavirus. And then like the sky's on fire in the background. It's like some real
2020 in a nutshell.
Like apocalyptic shit.
Oh my God, dude. And we're going to be probably dealing with some fires over here as well in Australia. I hope not.
Dude, but really, didn't like most of the shit fucking burn? Like,
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. But
Like-
I'm also like at this point just expecting the fucking worst all the time.
It's
Yeah,
I
fine.
no
dude,
longer
I
trust
mean-
the universe. I no longer
It's
trust it.
not looking pretty, I reckon, but we'll see how we go.
I don't
It's
know.
already so hot here. I was just outside. It's fucking boiling and we're just entering spring.
Yeah.
It's going to get toasty. Every year is getting fucking hotter. Who would have thought?
Yeah.
I
I
saw
don't-
a post on Reddit the other day. It was an article from like 1910 or something like that, over 100 years ago, talking about the like coal and like how it's affecting the carbon emissions and how they were like, this could have serious repercussions in a couple of centuries. It's very
Could.
interesting
So you're
that like
saying there's a
even back
chance it
then,
doesn't.
I mean, yeah. I mean, they
Mhm.
obviously didn't have the technology we do today, but it's funny that even back then they were like, oh, we have to watch out about our little fucking, climate change situation because we're going to fucking up the
Humans are
planet.
just a
here.
bunch of like 5-year-old kids that just don't want to clean up after their mess they're making. They're just sitting there too focused playing. They're like, we'll clean it up when we're done, but it never is done,
Yeah. And it's easy as a person to be like, I can't believe that people didn't, take the right precautions and see this coming. But then I will also like put things off to the last minute constantly in my own life and, like just not be responsible.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I can see how it happens.
Did you guys hear about ITER? ITER. It's the
What's that?
Tokamak fusion reactor that they're going to bring online in the next 5 years in France. They
Oh.
recently installed the cryostat, which is apparently like the largest piece. It took about a decade to forge and weld together to be used in this reactor. It basically uses magnets to like blast like plasma around the circle of this donut-shaped reactor. And the
Mhm.
faster it goes, they're hoping that they'll be able to fuse atoms together to give, a bunch of energy. And then the end goal is to have a sustaining reaction that
Mhm.
gives more energy than that you put in. And
Really?
they're using deuterium and tritium, or I think that's what it is. But it's
So is
it's two other
is it like-
hydrogen isotopes.
Is
that they're
it proper
blasting
fusion?
together.
Because
It
I heard
is.
like they're always trying to do fusion, but it's always like 20
Come on,
years
I got
away or
no
some
clue
shit.
what the fuck you just said.
Can you explain
It's
that
like-
in Mason terms,
nuclear
please,
reactors
Swagger?
now is nuclear fission, which is like they
Yeah.
take radioactive core, it's stuck in water, it makes heat, and it spins a big turbine. So
Yeah.
Okay,
that's all it is
we need to
pretty
kick
much.
it down like to elementary level.
Well,
Yeah,
we
so-
already,
It's like-
fuck.
Excuse me,
Okay.
man.
All right, Mason.
Imagine
so
they're using a
basically,
campfire to turn a big windmill to make energy. That's what we have right now. What they're trying to
Wait.
do is like create a miniature sun that can kind of like just generate
Yeah.
energy infinitely.
So what we have in nuclear reactors is fission energy. So you have an isotope like plutonium or uranium, and it decays over time. And through the decay, you get energy and heat because, particles are shooting out, et cetera, et cetera. I am paraphrasing the fuck out of this, and I could be
Mhm.
wrong because I'm not a nuclear scientist.
Does
But,
it work like a hadron collider? Is that, am I saying that?
No, it doesn't work.
It makes steam pretty much.
Yeah. So
Just makes
basically,
steam.
it warms water to make steam, and the steam turns the turbine, which then provides energy. But
Okay.
this fusion reactor is taking two atoms and fusing them together. Because what the sun does is it takes hydrogen, which is the most basic element, and it fuses it into helium, and then so on and so forth. It'll keep fusing when the sun gets bigger and collapses into supernova and blah blah blah. But basically, they're starting to do work on the fusion reactor in France. They're installing all the parts, and what they're trying to do is test the plasma to see how it goes. In about 5 years, I think, is when they do the test, and then hopefully they'll be able to sustain the reaction for long enough to where they could be like, yes, this is a proof of concept, and it kind of works. Let's finish it, and then by like the 2030s, possible unlimited energy.
And is
How
it
can we
carbon?
just-
Oh, sorry, Mason, you go.
I was just going to say, I reckon we fuck off to Mars.
Yeah, you think? Why Mars? Mars is a hellhole, dude. Mars is fucking horrible.
Hey, you call it a shithole
true.
planet? What the fuck?
True, but like, surely you can like plant shit or something
Well,
like.
you
just,
can, but
Like, surely you can grow life on there, yeah. Like,
sure. Using like
surely you can just make, and apparently there's water underneath and shit. Like,
yeah, there's water in the soil. There's ice caps. They were talking about fucking dropping nuclear bombs on the ice caps to
what?
to basically do a greenhouse effect. put as much CO2 or whatever into the atmosphere so that way, you could block radiation. You can go on the Earth, not on the Earth, but on the Martian terrain and not have to worry about being bombarded with fucking solar radiation. Also, nuking the ice caps will, fucking unfreeze the water, and then you'll have water and all of that. But terraforming would take thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, if not millions of years to like pull off efficiently. So I think for the most part, people that go either to the moon or to Mars, they're probably going to be hiding out in fucking lava tubes that are underground because it's shielded from radiation. It's not as hot. It won't be as cold. It'll be insulated. So
lava tubes.
Yeah, lava tubes.
Tubes of lava?
No, left over from when lava was there.
Oh.
Yeah,
so
it's like
cooled.
hollow areas in the terrain. Like you wanted to call like the ground in like the fucking like thing of Mars. Like you wanted to call it Earth.
The Earth, yeah.
It's not, it doesn't work.
I wonder if we do terraform Mars and and fucking live there, if we would still call it like Earth. Or if we have to call it Mars.
Call it Mars. They're measuring earthquakes in Mars, and they had to officially name them Marsquakes because it was too confusing.
That's buzzy.
Yeah, they actually found out that solar eclipses trigger little Marsquakes, but I didn't read into the article. I just saw the headline, which is kind of interesting.
That is interesting. What do you make of that, Mace?
That is pretty interesting, yeah.
Yeah.
Solar eclipses giving earthquakes on Marsquakes, sorry. Marsquakes.
Yeah, Mars.
Very good.
I think that's weird. Why would that cause that?
I'm not sure.
Isn't a solar eclipse where the moon goes behind the sun?
It goes in front of the sun. Eclipsing it, so it blocks it.
I'm always wrong about everything, man. I can't just get one thing right.
That's all right. You got the Marsquake thing down,
But how so when the moon goes over the sun in a solar eclipse, how come it like when you look up in the sky? Well, I know you're not supposed to look at it, but if you see it, it's like covers the whole sun. Isn't the sun like way bigger?
Well, the thing is that there's distance between them. So although the sun, is bigger, because the moon is closer to Earth than the sun, it appears, almost the same size, right? Because of distance, Well,
that's weird as that it like perfectly matches up, man.
Well, it is. It's not quite perfect, but it's interesting, right? You can still see like a faint outline of light.
Yeah. That's weird. It's weird.
Well, I think I read right now that apparently they're triggered because when the moon Phobos passes over the sun, it will drop the temperature on the surface, and that causes some bullshit.
Oh.
Yeah.
The thing is, Mace, is that when the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. Dean Martin actually said that, and I feel like he's, those words ring true to this day, in my opinion, at least.
Yeah, he was a scientist.
Yeah, Dr. Dean Martin. No, yeah, bro, Mars, am I right? What a crazy place. Looking more and more appealing.
Would you guys rather live on Mars or the moon?
Probably I haven't been to either. So I can't really say from experience, but the moon, I don't know, like Mars seems cooler. Mars seems like it's kind of going to be where it's at, whereas the moon is sort of like, the moon's going to be like the gas station that you stop at while on your way to Mars,
Which one can you jump higher on? Because I'm going to that one.
The moon.
Oh, then I'm going with the moon, man. I'm going to do leg day every day and just be the highest jumper on the moon. And then...
Well,
just break all the world records on the moon.
Do like a fucking 10 quintuple backflip or some shit.
Just start spinning.
We'll have the Moon Olympics and everything is just all fucky because of the gravity situation.
Do hurdles, but the hurdles are like 100 meters tall or some
it's shot
shit.
put, but you just throw the ball and it just never comes down.
Yeah, I think there's actually a moon that orbits. I think it orbits Mars, where if you threw a baseball and you fucking hit it, you could send it into orbit around the moon. It's just that small.
What if you hit it like really low to the ground? Would it go the
No, it probably drop down. You'd have to get some height so that way it can fall forever.
Mm-hmm.
But imagine.
Well, there you go. Moon Olympics, new concept.
Moon Olympics, dude.
Well, how would the gravity situation affect like muscle?
Oh, it would
atrophy.
deteriorate considerably. It wouldn't be as much as fucking just 0G, but it still would be pretty bad. You'd have to do a lot of exercise.
So would we be in like buildings constantly on the moon that like fucking
simulates gravity?
Yeah.
Probably, I don't know.
Like compensate for it.
It would have to. I guess
we need you to have the answers here, all right? Like we need you to lead this mission.
I think
no one else is going to do it.
I think what's more likely is that they're going to develop a drug that will speed up bone and muscle growth. They've actually developed stuff now. They put mice on the ISS, the International Space Station, and then they injected a group of them with a drug that promotes muscle and bone growth. And then another one, I think they just had to do a lot of exercise. And then another one, they just had fucking on for the ride. And then when they brought them back down, the ones that did exercise, the ones that didn't do exercise, when they got back down, obviously there was a difference in muscle and bone mass. But what was interesting is that even when they were on the ground a couple weeks after, I mean, they were still losing muscle and bone mass, even though they were back on Earth. But the ones that they gave this drug, they actually gained bone and muscle mass in space, and they're hoping that they could develop this drug so that way astronauts can go up into fucking 0G and stay there for like 6 or 7 or 8 months if they're going on a trip to Mars and not have to worry about their muscle or bone mass deteriorating.
That's wild, man.
But either way, even if they did that, I mean, you still need like the artificial gravity because that's how your ears right itself, your sense of balance, your sense of perception, of direction and space and all that shit. Like if you fucking just went on to Mars after a 6-month journey in 0G, you just crumple to the fucking ground. You just literally would fucking crumple to the ground. You would be useless for like a good couple of days, maybe even a week. As soon as you land on Mars.
The same thing coming home too, right? Because you would have adjusted to the new climate.
Yeah, it's just the change in gravity would be so fucking bad. Your stomach would be doing flips.
Right. Matt, what you looking at?
They're like building buildings across the street, so I was just watching them.
Is that more interesting than this conversation?
Yeah, a little bit.
All right. Well, what do you want to talk about, Matt?
I was just curious. I wasn't calling you out. I was just curious what you're looking at. Matt always finds interesting things happening on the streets below his apartment and sends us Snapchats of them. Like the other day, what'd you see that guy yelling at his car or whatever?
Oh my God. It was just like that bit from the Rick and Morty Australian one where he's like, get in the fucking car, Morty. Except he's like yelling at some chick in this car. He's like, get out of the fucking car. Get out of my car. Get out of me car for like 20 whole minutes.
He's like kicking the door and shit.
Yeah, he's like kicking the door and shit. And I was like, what the fuck is going on down there?
You think it was like an Uber and like a lady that was like, I'm not going to get out of your car.
It was like some old scuffed
me.
ute. I think it was like some domestic disturbance shit.
Oh, you
I was like, shit, should I call the cops or something? I'm like, fuck.
Season 2, the cops rock up.
Yeah, season 2, the cops rocked up at one point. As soon as the cops walked up, it's like the lady hopped out of the car and just like walked away instantly. And I was like, oh, this is boring now. They sat around, nothing happened to the dude, and then he just finally drove off. I was like, what a lame season finale. What the fuck?
Were you like shouting at him from the balcony? You do like a snap where you say something?
What did Gas Me want me to yell at him? He's like, oh, you're a gong me, bruv, for some shit like that.
A Gumby?
No, what'd he say? Fucking, it's supposed to be like a drunk Aussie kind of slang or something like that.
No idea. You should just you should just have eggs and you can throw them at people like that.
Drop eggs off your fucking balcony. Or egg in
better than
his car.
dropping fireworks off the balcony.
Fireworks.
Remember that shit? Ryan throwing the fireworks.
What?
I don't remember that.
Fireworks on a balcony? When was this?
I think this was when we were in LA at one point. This was back in like November.
That must have been
like an Airbnb
I think that was
hotel.
just you. That was like, I think you were the only one from Misfits that were out
I don't
there.
know if you heard the story,
dropped
but yeah.
fireworks off the balcony?
Yeah, like they're the little like the ones like the white ones you throw at the ground and they pop.
Okay,
he's throwing some
that's
of those
different.
off. He's like, I just saw a Snapchat of him just going in front of someone walking around. I'm like, dude, why the fuck would you do that?
I thought you were saying he was throwing fucking like mortar shells, the ones that fucking explode.
God, no.
No, okay,
poppers.
those little white poppers. That's harmless.
Poppers, yeah.
That's fucking harmless.
What are those ones you like hold and then they fire? The magic candles or whatever they're called?
Roman candles.
Roman candles.
You guys ever use those? I've never.
What are they?
I have, dude. They're fine. We shoot them at each
You
other.
shoot them at each other. You're not supposed to,
Yeah.
but everyone does.
They're like fireworks that you hold, Mason. Like you light them in your hand, and then they pop out and go like a gun.
I've seen those in videos and shit.
Yeah, people do like Harry Potter, fucking like Wingardium Leviosa, and then they fucking or Avada Kedavra, and they fucking shoot a green thing right at you.
Did you see the
Is it
one where the
safe?
guy had like fucking like 20 of them wrapped around each arm, and he was like fucking like Iron Man, just
fucking Gatling gun.
Is it safe to have like a Roman candle fight if you're in a mask that protects your eyes?
Yeah, I think you should be fine.
Yeah, as long as your
Not
eyes are
supposed to,
protected, dude.
though.
That shit gets in your face, dude. It'll fucking like really burn you. But like, I don't know. It's if you get hit in the stomach or in the back, it's not that bad.
Right. Yeah, because I mean, Americans love fireworks, especially around 4th of July. I mean, we have Guy Fawkes Day here, which is similar, but
It's
I didn't
so
even-
American.
nowadays it almost seems like that even doesn't exist. Like I
The
never.
fuck is Guy Fawkes Day, mate? I've never heard of that in my life.
Oh, maybe
Is that
that's
where
just-
cunts walk around masks and shit?
It's when they
Nah,
say
nah.
we are anonymous.
No, Guy Fawkes Day. It might actually be a British tradition,
It's a British
and
tradition.
therefore a New Zealand thing. But no, it's because let me find out the actual history of it because it's because
There
of
was a guy
historical
who
event.
tried bombing Parliament.
Yeah, it was a guy who
And
tried
they-
bombing.
They light his effigy on fire every year.
Because
Yeah,
what?
and his name was Guy Fawkes, also known as Guido Fawkes, I think. While fighting for the Spanish, he was a member of a group of provincial English Catholics who were involved in the failed gunpowder plot of 1605. Man, that's a long time ago. So yeah, I think they were trying to assassinate King James the First, and it didn't go very well. And so like now, almost to make fun of them, I think there's this holiday called Guy Fawkes Day where we just light off a bunch of fireworks. It's basically like the same thing as 4th of July. Just light off a bunch of fireworks, except for a different reason.
Yeah, but you can't. Can't be in Australia then because we don't have fireworks here. I'm pretty sure.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
probably
it
'cause, like,
must just be a
summer
British
shit.
Empire thing. Which
Yeah.
New Zealand.
Let's try- you guys
okay,
don't have
You get
anything
fireworks
here.
in New Zealand?
Yeah. I mean, not super easily, not as easily as America, but yeah.
Yeah.
Guy Fawkes, they sell them. Growing up, we used to have a day every year where we'd go over to a friend's house and light off a bunch of fireworks.
It's
It's a good
dope.
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fireworks are cool. It's like what else do you get to light off like explosives in your backyard? It's-
Yeah.
I suppose, like in Australia, you can't do that shit because of all the fucking bushland.
Yeah, probably
True.
fires.
Probably
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
best. Yeah, only
Yeah.
gender reveal parties. Strictly.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so weird, dude. You think they do more controlled burns, especially after last year out in California. I don't know. Maybe they are doing it. Maybe there's just too much land and they can't control it. Or maybe there was issues with like COVID-19 and they couldn't get firefighters together to do it. I have like no idea. I just don't
Oh,
I just
you
don't-
Mean, you mean intentionally burning down
intentionally.
parts of the forest?
Yeah, they basically, they do a burn, but then they're all
Mhm.
there with gear to steer the fire like wherever they want. They basically burn a giant circle around like an area. So that way,
Yeah.
if there is a fire that is massive, it won't spread to different places. It's just
Mhm.
weird that, given a year of prep time, like they're not proactive. Maybe they were, and maybe it was just useless, and maybe they spread either way because, shooting fucking giant embers into the sky and they're landing other places and they're catching. And
Mhm.
I mean, it's just, you would think that
Hey,
it would have been like less of a fucking issue.
People aren't proactive about a lot of things this year. COVID being fucking one of them, probably with COVID and everything going on. Maybe they just forgot. Oops. Forgot the fire season's coming up. I don't know. Fucking terrible though. It's awful.
Fucking crazy. Like even when we were in Melbourne and there were fires, there was smoke. You could see smoke. But
Yeah, it was right around the time my brothers visited. It wasn't
Yeah.
safe to breathe outside
No.
for like a few days.
the entire sky, the entire like atmosphere in Oregon is fucking red. It's like hell
Wow.
has opened up. Like
Mhm.
that must be a fucking sight to see. You open up your fucking window and just it looks like fucking Blade Runner 2048.
Yeah. Like, let's just figure out what else we can jam pack into this fucked up year and make it happen. Let's just
Can we
get
just
it all
light
out of
off
our
a nuke?
system.
Let's just light
Let's-
off a nuke. Come on. Anywhere. Drop a nuke. Come
I don't
on.
know about. I don't
It
know
can't
about
get
that
any
one,
worse.
mate.
Come on, dude.
Oh my
Let's
God.
get a thermonuclear blast.
Mhm. Yeah, let's just get it so far to the point where it's actually we reach post-apocalyptic society and people are forced to be compassionate out of the need for survival.
Look,
That's
dude,
the only way to solve this problem.
If we hit rock bottom this year, then we can guarantee that 2021 won't suck as much.
That's right.
And that's all
Then
I
we'll
want.
be
All I
looking
want
up.
is a better year next year.
Exactly.
Drop a
the bad
nuke,
times.
world hunger, giant pandemic. Let's, you know, anything we can do to make this year worse, let's do it. Just so that next year is better.
I just want to move to Antarctica. I was going to say Africa, but definitely not Africa.
Why?
I'd just like to move to Antarctica because there's too much fucking wildlife there, man. You get killed by a lion in like 2 seconds.
Fair enough.
I reckon move to Antarctica, eat the polar bears and live off them or something, or eat penguins. I don't know.
Don't eat their liver.
Why not?
Eat polar bear livers?
Don't eat a polar bear
wanna
liver.
kill you? It's got like some
you'll
high dose.
overdose on vitamin. I believe it's vitamin D. You'll have an overdose if you eat the entire
Isn't
thing.
that good?
No, if you overdose, you'll die. You don't do it.
There must be an insane amount of vitamin D in those livers.
It's an
to
insane
overdose.
amount because they eat.
What if you have like a spoonful?
You could probably
Then
eat a
you're all right.
spoonful, like probably like a little chunk.
spoonful.
It'll give you a lot of
And
vitamin
then
D.
that's vitamin B. That vitamin B would last for ages then.
Yeah, probably
That's like
would.
heat. That's
Just
plenty,
don't
mate.
eat the entire thing. You'll overdose.
You'll become allergic to the sun. You can't even go out in the sun because any more
Yeah.
vitamin D, you'll overdose. You'll have to stay
Imagine
in
Wait, is it
overdosing on
vitamin
the
D or
sun.
vitamin B that it has?
D.
D.
Oh, okay. All right. I thought you said vitamin B. Is there even a vitamin B?
Yeah,
there
yeah.
is. You can't overdose on that one though. It's water soluble. So if you take too
Vitamin-
much, you just piss it
How
out.
many vitamins are there?
It was a
Probably at
good
least
couple.
Couple.
How many vitamins are there? Here we go.
Vitamin A, B, C, D.
D.
There are 13, according to this article that I've just clicked. Could be
You're
wrong.
saying there's vitamin G.
There's A, C, D, E, K, B, and then there's a bunch of B subcategories like B6, B12, and so on.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It's like, I fucking, who really has their vitamin labels calibrated correctly these days? I've never gotten tested, but I'm sure my shit's out of whack. I'm probably lacking all kinds of shit.
You should have had your gummy vitamin, bro.
Don't you need a
What's
blood
that?
test to determine that?
Yeah. But that's like
Yeah.
really
Fuck that.
expensive.
I'm curious to see. I'm pretty sure I'm also probably lacking things like iron and stuff. I don't know. It's a whole problem. Not really my main concern right now, though.
Do you know that the reason why guinea pigs were so popular in trials was because they can't make vitamin C in their bodies? Like, you know, we can't either. But most mammals have developed a way to generate vitamin C like naturally. But we can't. We can't produce it. But the thing is, neither can guinea pigs. So in early trials, I think in the early 1900s, we got these guinea pigs and we deprived them of vitamin C. And guess what happened to them?
They fucking
What?
died.
They got scurvy.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
that's how we determined that scurvy has a direct correlation to vitamin C. And
Right.
and since then, we use guinea pigs in trials because they're like the closest mammal to humans in the terms of how like their body works or something. Well, there's monkeys, but guinea pigs were
What do
like
you-
rodents.
What do you eat to get vitamin C?
Stuff like oranges, lemons, that kind of stuff.
So
Things
if
that
I
are
just eat a lemon straight, then that's heaps of vitamin
Yeah.
C. Right?
yeah, easily.
It'll do you
Guess
I
I'm
was-
eating lemons, boys.
Lemon,
lemon.
orange, like that kind of stuff. That's why that's why pirates got scurvy because they didn't have any fresh fruits to bring with them.
Just eating salted meat all day.
Yeah, they actually
stew.
thought that vinegar would help because they were like, someone said, oh yeah, if it's more acidic, it'll help you because, lemons were acidic and oranges were acidic. And so they're like, oh, we'll just bring a bunch of vinegar. And then they fucking drank vinegar. It didn't help them at all.
Oh no!
Oy, Mace.
Yeah.
I still have a lemon in my fridge from one of those HelloFresh things. Odds on I eat it raw right now.
What?
Wait, you have
Wait.
what?
A raw lemon. Odds on I eat a raw lemon right now.
Go get the lemon.
Get the lemon.
No, odds
Just
on.
do it. Just
gonna
do it
do it.
anyway, mate.
Do
I
it
told
out of
you
two.
just
Do
not
it out
to
of
eat
two.
lemons.
Let's do a
Odds
coin
one out of
flip.
two. Out of two.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, 2. What the fuck was
Mason,
that?
it's
Wait,
you.
what?
You said
Odds
that
one out
too.
of two for Matt.
Oh, okay. 3, 2,
2,
1,
1.
1.
Ah.
Let's go. Let's see that
Alright.
lemon, man.
Let's go. He's eating an entire lemon on the podcast.
Wow.
Cut it. Yeah, cut it. Oh, cut it in half.
Okay.
Why cut it in half? I want to see him bite into that skin. I want to see
Yeah,
him
dude. He's
pierce it
got
with his
to.
teeth.
He said he got to eat the whole thing raw. He's got to eat the peel too.
He really said he's going to eat the whole thing. We're going to watch Matt eat a whole fucking lemon.
Yeah, dude. I'm down. Content.
Have you guys seen that that video of Tony Abbott eating the fucking onion?
Oh
raw?
yeah, with the skin on.
Wait, what? Tony Abbott ate none?
Tony Abbott. There's this video of him. I think he was like visiting a farm or something. I don't know the context. Some guy just hands him an onion, and Tony's like, "Oh, fresh produce," and he just bites straight into it on camera. It's so fucking funny. And like he pretends like he enjoys it because he's, I don't know, he's trying to seem polite. But
Hey, Tony Abbott. Yeah.
Who's Tony
You're
Abbott?
right.
He's like some Aussie.
Yeah, no, wasn't he the old prime
He's
minister?
the other
Old
prime minister.
Yeah.
He ate an onion on live TV. He just bit into it with the skin.
All right, Matt is here, and he's
Oh my
about
God.
to
Oh, wait, I
prevent
gotta
himself
show
from
this
getting
one
some
bit.
scurvy.
I'm
Surely
got a
eat the
whole
peel
ass
too.
lemon.
Just take a bite out of it.
not gonna eat a bite out of it that raw.
Yeah, I doubt he'd be able to even get into it. This is fair enough. You can cut the lemon. Guys, if you want to see Matt eat a lemon, the video should be available on Spotify, but if not, YouTube.
Oh, almost got it in my
Misfits
eye.
podcast.
Okay, off to a good start. Jeez.
He's already got it in his eye.
Oh, this is a great idea. I love this.
Angle this thing down. So
All right, there you go.
Matt, your mic is fucking trash, by the way. Mitchell
What?
keeps complaining about it, our podcast editor.
Then why the fuck hasn't he said anything?
I don't know.
I think
I'm
he
pretty
told
sure he
us
has.
to tell you, but I think all of us forgot.
I think he's too scared. He's worried that you'll beat him with a bag of lemons. Sorry, I just got flashbacks to his primary school
Oh,
days.
it's so
oranges.
juicy, man. You're
Oranges.
supposed to eat
Pillowcase
this like an
full of
orange.
oranges.
Are you
Yeah,
allowed
that's
to?
good.
There you go.
No one, no, show us your face.
Show us your
We don't want to watch the
There you
bowl,
go.
Matt.
I gotta pan out.
Come on, get a good ass bite going.
You
None of
gotta
this
eat the
pussy
whole
shit.
thing too. Like I want to
Yeah,
see.
let's see it, dude. Yeah, here you go.
Get that vitamin C, son. Get it
Oh
done.
yeah.
This is really the point we've come to with COVID podcasts. We're eating lemons for entertainment.
Hey, dude.
It's actually not that
I'm
bad.
down
It doesn't
for
really
it.
have any flavor.
And it's not even that bad. That's the worst
I
thing
thought it was gonna
about it.
be
He's
way
actually
more
savoring
sour.
the lemon.
All right,
This
eat
is
the
less
peel.
He's
tasty. What the
enjoying it. He's enjoying it.
I can get it. I've never found lemons to be that bad if it's a good one.
I don't know, man. It's made me cringe right now thinking about it.
Have you ever put
Honestly, not that
sugar on
bad.
a lemon or
No.
honey?
Oh,
Putting
well,
honey
what-
on it?
What's really good is crepes, like thin French pancakes.
Yeah.
You get some
yeah.
crepes and you drizzle lemon over it and then a little sprinkle of sugar and maple syrup. And that, my
Oh
friends.
yeah. Well, like when you dribble lemon on stuff, it's good, but not just eating lemons with.
It's all lemon. It's like a little
Yeah.
bit of vinegar is good in a salad, but you don't see me drinking a bottle of vinegar.
Well, I actually just wrap the crepe around the lemon and bite into it like that. That's how I do it. Delicious.
bro, he's still tucking into it.
That honestly wasn't
well, he
as
said
bad
he's
as
gonna
I
eat the
thought
whole
it'd be.
thing.
What the fuck? That's
Matt
such a
ain't no
letdown.
bitch. He
I
respects
thought
the
it'd be like
laws
one
of
of those
odds on.
warheads you bite into or
It was
something.
odds on, dude. You got to eat the whole thing. Hey, at least you get mad vitamin C. You'll be alright.
Dude, I'm
Yeah,
fucking
it's
so
no
healthy
scurvy
now.
for Mad.
Look at how-
feeling
look at how radiant he's
I'm
looking just from
beaming
eating
right
that
now,
lemon.
dude.
Yeah, he's glowing.
I'm high as fuck on this vitamin C.
Matt, I'm 90% sure that your mic is not picking up and it's your webcam mic instead. I'm just saying.
What do you mean? Maybe that's just Discord.
Oh, no, you sound fine now. Yeah, it's just Discord, I think.
Yeah, that's just you. All right.
It's because you fucking live up in the sky, Matt. Come back down to earth.
The altitude, man.
But I get to see all
Don't
these
help
funny things
Mike.
downstairs, man. Oh, they're pouring concrete over there. Look at that.
Look at that. So,
I wonder if I got a
Swagger,
Nerf gun
more
if I could
science.
shoot it over towards them.
Give us more science, Swags. I want to learn something else today.
Yeah.
I like learning now that I'm
Just
not in school. I don't
any
get a chance.
specific subject that maybe I could dig through my brain for?
Give me some Antarctica facts because I like.
Antarctica is the driest continent in the world. It never rains, it never snows, it never hails. There's practically zero
So
precipitation.
where'd the original snow come from?
It's essentially a desert. It's just permafrost from like thousands and thousands of years, hundreds of millions or whatever the fuck. Basically,
we wouldn't be able to migrate to there, couldn't we? Because like everything things would melt.
yeah.
What do you mean things would
Well,
melt?
no, it wouldn't melt. We have bases out there, but it's not exactly like a really fun place to live. All of them go insane. I think it was in Antarctica, on a research base where a guy fucking, I think he ended up killing another person. And it was like this giant thing where people were like freaking out, wondering like what the hell to do with him because I think he murdered somebody, but it was in self-defense or it was some kind of weird technicality, some weird story. And he ended up getting like tried, but it was thrown out because technically he didn't commit a crime in any jurisdiction. He was essentially like in international waters. Like it was not, it didn't count for anything. So I think he ended up getting away with the murder.
Wow.
Yeah, like speaking of that, like you know those pirate videos, like quote unquote pirates, like where they're out in fucking international
boats,
waters.
yeah, and like Somali pirates come up
and people just mow them down with guns, like
yeah, fuck them.
What the fuck,
dude? Like these pirates got like fucking AKs and shit, and they're trying to take over the vessel. They hire private security. Most of the time, they're fucking shooting in front of the bow of the boat as warning shots, saying, "Hey, you should fucking leave us alone and go somewhere else." And then they still come. So fuck it. They get what's coming to them. They try to board a vessel and kidnap people and try to kill them. Like fuck them. Sink their boat, let them drown, dude. Like come on.
Fair enough.
Piracy's fucked. It's not like internet piracy where you're just copy and pasting a car. Essentially, you know they're actually going up and fucking threatening people's lives and holding them for ransom. And if they don't get the money, they get tortured or killed. Like. Fuck him, man. Fuck him, honestly. Pirates are assholes.
Bro, I feel like I should brush my teeth.
Cool.
But my teeth are going to melt away.
Probably pirates back then, but these days...
No, pirates back then were not cool either.
I think they're kind of cool. You know, like, sure, they pillaged and raped, but they also had fun. You know, like...
And that's what matters. Guys. It's all about friendship and fun.
Drinking on the shit.
Have some grog.
Come on.
Shit.
Who's to say that you have to live a certain way, all right? You're out on the seven seas with your pals, you're looting, you're getting money, you know? It's a pirate life for me. I can see where they're coming from.
Yeah.
But
then you get captured and put in a cage that hangs above a wharf, and then you're pecked at by vultures and ravens until you die.
It's a pirate life for me, my friend. I don't know. It sounds fantastic.
Fuck That's exactly how I want to go. Dude. Fuck that era. That era must have sucked. Some big old nuts.
Question: do you think humans lived among dinosaurs?
No.
No.
As if.
No.
Mason, this is why you never learn anything, because you just like cross your arms at every fact and go, nah, it's fuck that. That's wrong. Don't believe you.
Yo, he's right though. There's alligators. Those are like the only existing dinosaurs.
Humans surely are like billions years old, surely.
No, dude. We're currently Homo sapiens. Right?
Well, do you know what happened to the dinosaurs, Mace?
Yeah, meteor hit them.
Mm-hmm. So how do you explain
Allegedly.
that? So what you think all the dinosaurs just happened to die and the humans didn't?
Oh, true.
Humans came a long time after the dinos. We're talking a long ass time. I don't know exactly, but many years.
Okay, yeah.
So
well, if a meteor had hit the dinosaurs, then where's the proof? Where's the big hole in the ground? Where's that?
There are huge holes everywhere. There was actually a massive meteor hole recently discovered in Western Australia, like huge fucking hole. Just I don't know exactly where, but it wasn't just one big meteor either. I'm pretty sure it was like a cluster.
I reckon there's heaps of meteors buried in the ocean. And
they likely are.
They would have caused mad tsunamis, like hectic tsunamis.
I mean, how many billion years ago were dinosaurs? Wasn't it something like 1.5 or 1.3 or something like that? Like it was a very, very long time ago. Dinosaurs roamed the earth, like an extreme
65 million years ago.
65 million, right? Not a billion. Jesus.
According to Google.
I think the Earth is 1.3 billion years old. I think that's what I'm getting confused. But yeah, 65 million years ago, dinosaurs were around. I think humans have been around for about 300,000 years, like our current physiological like evolution, like what we are now, we would have been 300,000 years ago. The only thing that's changed is our ability to pass down knowledge from spoken word, communication, language, writing, and that's how we've snowballed into like this, better creature. But we go. Our evolution goes back around 10. I'd say about 10 million years, maybe a little bit more. If you're going all the way back to fish and shit, because we evolved from fish, cunt.
No way, bro.
Yes,
There's
dude.
no way we
You
can
evolved from a fucking
mammal.
chordate. It's
How the fuck
a
do
vertebrate.
we'd be able to breathe underwater then? And what's the go
No,
with
dude, because
that?
it evolves. You can't, dude. Come
We no
on.
longer had the need to. Because we had to survive in a different climate.
Bro, you're telling me that if we evolve from fish, we're no longer able to breathe underwater.
No, dude,
Hey, sometimes
because it
you
went
lose stats
gradually,
and you
right,
gain
Mace?
stats.
It didn't go, okay, fish. Oh, now I have an arm, a cock, and balls, and 2 legs. Now I'm walking out in the water.
I
It was,
thought we evolution
yeah,
from monkeys.
No, because
Yeah.
because everything developed in the ocean, Mace. A
Yeah.
long time ago, everything developed in the ocean, and so it went from fish, went to vertebrates, and then it went from a fish to a land-dwelling fish, and then that became a reptile, and then
you're
the
saying we
reptile
couldn't
grew,
say,
and then that
mammal.
became a mammal, and then the mammal grew and evolved, and then after many millions of years, it became a little monkey, and then the monkey was like, "Ooh, I want to be bipedal," and he started strutting around like a pimp chimp, right? And then he's like, "Oh, okay, well, I have other monkey brethren. That's lit. We'll make a little clan." And then he was like, "Ooh,
Yeah.
I take rock. Here's another rock. I hit rock with rock. Big sharp rock. Cool. I take big sharp rock. I hit stick with rock. Stick, big sharp stick. Throw stick. Food." And then from there, they'd all developed into monkeys, and then from primates became human.
I read somewhere that it all started with like the water and like fish and shit. Yeah, I have read that.
Yeah, I would say
Yeah.
people are saying that they're dating it back to 18 million years ago would be when like our first hominidae ancestor came. So hominids,
AKA the goofy looking
us.
humans.
Yeah, so like the really fucking weird ass.
They sounded real weird
monkey-looking
too.
things.
Oh, here we go. I found something.
There's Homo
sounded fucked
habilis,
up.
there's Homo erectus, there's then there's Neanderthal, Denisovan, all those.
Yeah.
Then Homo sapiens, which are us. It's pretty
It's
cool.
the story of human ambition, Mace. Humans throughout history have constantly been like, you know what? Fuck
This guy
it. I'm
kind
gonna
of
walk
looks
on
like
2
you,
legs.
Mason. This one right here.
Oh, which one? Come on, bro.
That's a bit of a stretch.
It's like you with the
I see where
tan,
you're coming
like
from.
a really dark tan.
Bullshit.
Look at that strong jaw. Yeah, that's what you like to
It's
see.
a strong jaw, dude. Ooh,
Look at his eyes. He's clearly high as fuck.
Your Homo erectus, my friend.
Nothing like that. But thanks anyway, mate. Thanks
Hey, dude, it's
anyway.
a compliment.
Oh my
It was a
god.
strong species right there. Except for the
Man,
fact that they died out.
I think we should just turn this podcast into just explaining things to Mason. Like we'll just pick a topic every time and we'll try and all understand it together. It'll be fantastic. We'll all learn something, and it'll be great.
I try and learn. I like learning. But like some things I've just already learned about, like I'm quite the knowledgeable person.
There is a wealth of knowledge in your mind
There
that I've
actually
occasionally
is.
tapped into.
I have a wide knowledge.
You sure do, buddy. You do.
Shit.
Yeah, we just have to figure out how to give you the tools to communicate it. But when we do, everyone step aside. We're gonna fucking fix everything.
I'm gonna be developing Iron Man suits and shit.
You're fucking Tony Stark in there.
Yeah. He's hiding in there. I'm telling you, I got an alternate fucking alternate ego, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Alter ego, and
Is
it's
it-
Tony Stark.
Gamer by day, Tony Stark by night sort of situation.
Yeah.
It's pretty sweet.
Yeah. You're like Stewie from Family Guy. You got like a fucking teleportation device in your closet over there and a bunch of like science
Time
shit.
machine.
Yeah.
Well, I might just have that. So
Swagger, what do you think of white dwarfs? I'm not
White-
talking Snow White. I'm
Talking
talking
about
space.
stars.
Yeah. You know
Aren't-
anything about that?
Aren't white dwarfs like the extremely hot stars that are really small?
I thought that's what's left when the sun dies out.
Yeah, it's what left when the sun dies, and it's just becomes this like the
Oh.
last burning light.
It's a degenerate dwarf.
Yeah.
Yes. Otherwise
Yeah,
known as swagger souls.
Swagger solves the
Yes.
degenerate dwarf.
The white dwarf.
Degenerate dwarf.
Sounds like a children's book.
Not too bad. I mean, I don't have any thoughts about them, but
That's all right.
They're just really dense.
Yeah.
And
Kind of
I
like
don't
Mace.
know. Yeah, like Mace.
what? What do I do?
No,
Nothing. I'm just being a jerk.
don't worry about it.
I'm just being a jerk.
Black holes are kind of sick. I think those are sweet.
Yeah, well, black holes are crazy. We talked a little bit about that last week, right? And how
I don't know. Maybe we did.
I don't know. They're all every day
Every
blends into
day
another.
is blending into each other. Every podcast, I can't remember an hour after I fucking turn off recording what the fuck we talked about. It's just all a blur, all a giant, massive blur.
You know, the podcast listeners know that we have a lawyer who has to listen to every single one of these episodes in case we say something that could get us sued. He has to literally, this is like a married man who has to listen to all these podcasts. I am so sorry to our lawyer who has to listen to these.
Very sorry. But thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Keep us legally safe. We love you. Guys, look at the stars on my wall. You guys see that? I got a whole fucking galaxy over there.
Wow.
Yeah.
You see that? It's pretty neat.
Looks like one of those lasers, you know those lasers, like those illegal lasers you get that go like fucking 1,000 meters.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that you can get like attachments for them and like rotate it, and it does exactly that pattern, but
or
like
it scatters it.
Oh yeah,
scatters it and shit. Yeah,
lasers are dope, man. I remember Sam, our creative director at Misfits. He was kind of like, he's probably still in his laser phase, but he was really obsessed with lasers for a time at the beginning of the year. And he's like, I'm telling you, man, everyone's going to get into lasers. I'm just now really getting into lasers. I'm visiting this subreddit called r/trip caves a lot, and just looking through people's dope ass like places with trippy ass shit all over and cool lighting and stuff. It's awesome.
I don't know if I've told this before, but I've literally like lasered houses before and like made people come out and chase us and shit.
Oh yeah, well, with a powerful laser.
Yeah.
Is it the kind where you can see the beam or just the dot?
Yeah, the full beam. Shit. Don't ask how I got it, but yeah, I used to do that, and like, I swear I've told this story on the podcast. It was like we were on the Oval and we were lasering a house and the cops came. Did I tell that?
Oh, I can remember. But
fuck, I don't remember. I don't want to retell it, but
no, it doesn't matter. Fucking go for it.
Well, so yeah, the boys and I were like, they just came over a couple bevies, had the laser. It was like a tradition that we used to have. Like we just go laser houses at night. And there was this oval near this house.
Laser houses? So what? You like shine lasers inside of bedroom
shit while they're sleeping, and then they see it and then wake up.
Oh my God.
So like, there was this oval near this one house, and we got the house like every time we went. It was the same house because it was in a perfect spot. We used to like prone on the oval.
What is this oval? What do you mean by oval?
Like football oval, like footy oval.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we like prone in the middle of it, and the lights would go off at nighttime, so like you could just sit in the middle of it and just be in the dark. And there was like this wide selection of houses, and like behind you on the oval was like a skate park and like all these like back fences and shit and like alleyways and all that. And on the oval there was these like houses lined up that you could like just pick whichever one you wanted to laser. And so there was this one house that we got every time, and they'd always come out. And this one night we were prone on the oval lasering it. And like we waited like half an hour like after they came out, and they're like walking out to their front like on the path and shit, and they're like looking around like, who the fuck's doing that? Started screaming and shit like that.
Oh my God.
They're like screaming at us. Like they had no clue where we were because we were just prone in the middle of the oval and
stealthed up. Can't they like trace the beam back? Or do you just turn it off when they come outside? So they
turn it off straight away, so they had no clue.
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ.
And yeah, we waited like half an hour. Waited half an hour this one time, and like this car like pulled. We saw a couple cars going past, and we're kind of thinking that they might be cops. And what do you know? This one car rocks up down the side of the oval, and then like it stops and like just pulls over. And we're like, shit, is that the cops? And we're all just like keeping our heads laid on the ground, like trying to like keep low profile.
Yeah.
And then all you see is these fucking spotlights on the car light up, and the whole oval fucking lights up. Like everything on the oval.
Holy shit.
So like, you know, those cop spotlight things that they use like to like light up a place. That's what they were using.
Oh my God.
So we fucking got up, fucking legged it, full booked it down the alleyway, like just back alleyway, ran all the way back home, like down the rail trail and shit. And like we hid in the house for like that long, and we just never did again. Like,
oh my God.
Well, we might have done it again, but
how old were you?
Oh, probably like 15.
Right. What a classic adolescent tale. That's hilarious.
Yeah, dude.
Obviously, we don't recommend anyone fuck with people with lasers, but
one thing you should never do with a laser is shine it at an airplane or a helicopter.
Oh yeah, they will come knocking on your door if you do that.
They'll knock you,
100%.
especially the U.S. They'll knock your fucking door and take you to jail. That's
right.
It's super fucking dangerous, extremely dangerous.
Oh yeah, that's
you blind someone who's fucking piloting an aircraft. Not good. The only way that is justified is if you're stuck on an island and you have your phone and it's out of juice. Don't throw it away. If you like crash landed in a plane or you fucking fell off a boat and you're washed ashore on a deserted island, because you could use that to reflect sunlight into the eyes of a plane passing overhead or of a helicopter. Now it could blind them temporarily, but at least it lets them know that there's fucking someone on the ground that needs help, and then that's what is gonna help you get out of your situation. In a laser too, just go left and right.
Of course, Swagger knows this because he's heavily researched things because he wants to survive on an island someday. It's his fantasy. He believes that he can survive on a
I wouldn't
on a deserted island.
I know if it was life or death, I'd probably be able to manage. I wouldn't be able to manage well, mentally, probably physically also. But I know I'd probably be able to pull out of the situation alive. But it's not something like that's a dream of mine. It's not like I get on the plane to fly over the fucking Pacific and I'm like, ooh, I'd love for the plane to crash and me to be the sole survivor and fucking wash up on an island.
Did you read that book growing up, Hatchet?
I know.
Oh, I had that. Yeah, school read that to me. Yeah, I think there was a movie on it too.
Yeah, it's a very, very famous book. I was so sure that you would have read that, Swagger. It was
in our curriculum, but I was in the class that didn't read that because my teacher was a fucking dumb bitch and wanted us to read some other dumbass books.
Hatchet's a great book. It's literally about
I wanted to read
a kid who
I wasn't able to. I mean, nothing's stopping me. I can just fucking buy the book and read it. But
yeah. You'd enjoy it. You love deserted island survival. Clearly, fucking.
I watch a lot of bushcraft on YouTube. A lot of cool shit.
Oh yeah, like those videos of those boys just building.
Yeah, just be like, here's how you make an A-frame. Here's how you build.
Here's how you make a 3-story water slide. In the fucking jungle.
Those Indonesian guys out in the bush. Fucking with those really weird tools. It's like a stick and then like a curved blade, like a machete, and they use it to dig and chop shit. It's like a multi-tool.
Yeah,
pretty cool.
And off camera, there's the cranes and the diggers.
Yeah, right. Well, you'd think it would be like that, but I'm not sure. I'm really not sure.
I'm a cynical cunt. I'm sure that it's probably more or less legit, but sometimes I'm like, are these guys really just out in the jungle with these HD cameras on their own building fucking.
Well, obviously they're near civilization. It's not like they're like, ooh, time to build the big 3-story water slide hidden pool mansion in jungle. I think it's more like, we're hobbyists and builders, and we have a passion for this, and we go out into the jungle, which is you're fucking probably 3 miles away from their homes and their village. And they probably make fucking fat YouTube ad rev off of it. It's not like there's any cursing.
Absolutely.
So that shit is fucking fully monetized.
And it's good content.
And it's good content too, dude. I fucking love it.
Anyone heard anything from Primitive Technology lately? That guy's upload schedule is almost worse than mine.
No,
posted in 8 months.
I don't know what he's doing. He's probably doing some shit.
That was my first exposure to those kinds of channels, and man, those videos were relaxing.
We should get him on the podcast. I wonder if he became.
Yeah,
does he even have a voice?
He just like, so when's the next video?
Just like bush sound. He's just like molding clay the entire time, staring intensely into the camera. He's like, let the clay sit for 5 minutes. The subtitles are just beneath him.
Answers and subtitles.
Oh, he wrote a book. Wow.
Yeah.
That's very cool. Such a cool channel.
It really is, dude. Nothing is more satisfying to the soul than literal monkey see, monkey do. You look at somebody do it, and then you understand exactly how he's doing it and what it means and everything like that. It's very relaxing content because all you hear is the jungle and water running and then rain and all of that, footsteps.
It's like the complete opposite content of those 5-minute craft videos with the awful royalty-free music in the background and make a fucking paperclip into a fucking noosphere, or whatever the hell they do. I don't know. It's like the randomest shit. I love it. You guys watching any content on the regular? You guys find anything that's really tickling your fancy these days on the YouTube?
I went down. I'm trying to remember what fucking rabbit hole I went down, but I'm actually having trouble remembering. Maybe if I just go onto my recommended, it'll like pull some shit up.
I've been watching a channel called ContraPoints recently, which is a really, I don't know, I think like her content's, it's like really long form, dope content, like just exploring internet ideas and things like, you know, the idea of like cringe, which, you know, obviously isn't an internet idea, but things that are popular on the internet, like cringe and social justice and like canceling and all this sort of stuff, which is pretty cool. If you're into long form content like that. But that's pretty much the only thing in recent memory that I've even watched. Like, I'm not really watching shit these days. Ironically, I feel like COVID's actually made me spend less time on the computer than ever. So I don't know. What about you, Mace? Anything you watching?
A bit of the Sidemen. Don't mind the Sidemen.
No,
I think they're pretty funny.
So crushing it as always.
Fucking oath. But otherwise, I don't know really. I've been on TikTok, if anything.
Yeah, I got fucking banned, dude. I got banned for 7 days. I have to appeal it.
At least you didn't lose your verified account.
Yeah, I didn't lose it. I'm not verified. I got like suspended for 7 days because I uploaded a TikTok for my house tour video. You know, the bit where like I go, I have some weed. And I'm like, this is cut grass. This is my weed. And then I was like, this is all oregano. That's my weed. And it goes to like the giant fucking bag with the paper that says weed on it. And the entire thing is a bit. And all 3 of those bags didn't actually have any weed in them, which is the kicker. Because I could have easily done that, but I didn't.
And for all they know, weed's legal where you're from.
Exactly.
So I don't understand.
So like they just fucking, they struck that down in 7 days of not being able to post, which kind of sucks because I was on a roll. God. It was doing really well.
That's fucked.
They'll fucking yoink your data every single minute of the day, but as soon as you mention drugs, it's a no-no.
I guess the Chinese don't like it.
Yeah, I don't use TikTok at all. I don't even have the app because I know that if I do get it, because I remember that I did install it and I found myself just getting trapped in it constantly. I was like, this is not good. I gotta fucking get this shit off my phone. And then all the stuff came out about it being like, you know, kind of more. I believe TikTok is a sinister fucking place, but
sure,
don't let that stop you from enjoying it, Mason. Do what you gotta do.
I mean, I don't mind it. Don't mind a bit of a browse on TikTok. It's fun.
There's some funny shit on there,
dude.
man.
There's honestly some gold. There's some funny shit.
I love the animal ones. Animal ones are good.
Yeah,
they're funny.
I like the frog and the monkey ones. Fucking frogs like all sitting down with beers.
What about you, Matt? You watching anything? Consuming anything besides lemons? I think that lemon knocked Matt on his ass. Honestly,
I got a bit of heartburn right now. Not gonna lie. Need more water.
Vitamin C. Vitamin C, man.
Vitamin C fights back, mate. I don't know. Can't really think of anything off the top of my head. I've been watching.
It's a dry time for content.
I know.
Feel,
I might start Chernobyl. Someone recommended that.
You know, if you want to have a bleak ass time and enjoy some Russian history, then it's a good watch. It's great television, that show. Yeah. Oh well, fucking that's that then. Hey, the podcast's done. We're almost at an hour, boys. Anyone wanted to bring up here?
You know what fucking buckles my gears?
What buckles your gears, Mace?
The fact that this COVID bullshit is stopping me from getting my tattoos removed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at least you're not like going out and that much, and you know, like it's not. I understand.
Yeah, but like, you know, I don't mind the knuckle one, but like, I just don't fucking like these ones. I want them gone. Like, one of them was done by a pedophile, for fuck's sake.
Was that Romeo Lacoste?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Fuck.
That's fucking crazy, dude. That's fucking crazy. Insane.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm so
you'll get
sorry.
Him off, though.
You'll get them wiped off. It's all right.
I hope I get them wiped off. I hope like they come off completely. Like, because my mum got one done and it was like 8 sessions and it's like pretty much faded. Like, I'm hoping mine looks similar.
Yeah, there's a lot of that tech is like advanced. When did your mom get it removed? How many years ago?
Like 2 years ago, and now it's like she started it 2 years ago, and she's like just finished it. So yeah, it's like I don't know.
Those are pretty small tats. Though,
yeah,
so
those are really small. It should only take a couple of sessions. That shit should wipe off pretty easy.
Yeah, but I'm gonna probably go for the full 8 so I can like get them as faded as possible.
As faded as you can.
Does it ever like fully go away, or is it still like kind of like ghosting?
Nah, some of them do. Depends what color ink and shit like that. Like, I think my color's blue, like dark blue or black. I can't really tell. But yeah, I want to get rid of them. Yeah.
Fair enough, man. You reckon you'll ever get more intentional, thought out tats?
Nah, I reckon I'm done with tats. Like, I'm just gonna keep the Kobe on the knuckles. That's it.
Fair enough.
But, yeah.
Easy.
Yeah, I never saw myself getting them, but lately I've been thinking. But I'm not going to get anything unless I'm like sure I want that on my body. Like I love this.
Right.
Yeah, see, it's hard for me because like I'm always wearing hoodies and now and shit because I don't like looking at my arm. Like it's just it's like a what's the word, like self-confidence thing.
Yeah.
You'll
get them off
me a bit. Yeah. Just gonna take time and I'll be right. Yeah.
It is what it is. Fuck COVID. Yep. I hope you guys are doing okay out there in the world. Shitty ass time, but hey, at least the Misfits podcast is still going. Hey boys, the best content on the internet.
Hopefully in a month, 2 months, we'll be back and doing these live. No longer over Discord. It could be a little bit more interesting.
Yeah, I miss doing that, man.
I miss doing that.
It's different.
In future, I think our podcast will have a lot more like direction and a lot more bits and a lot more,
content, hopefully, to talk about. The main thing is we just don't have shit to talk about, guys, because we're really pulling topics out of our ass because we're just not doing shit. There's no stories, there's no night outs. It's fucked. So we're sorry if things have seemed a little dry, but we're doing our best. And thanks for bearing with us. We appreciate you guys. We love you. Right. Drink Gamersubs. 10%
off at gamersubs.gg using code Misfits. Thank you for sponsoring the podcast, and thank you to Spotify.
That's right.
Putting us
thank you to my
early.
parents for putting me on this earth. I guess, guys. Peace. Bye.
Later.
Peace out.
Bye.